Wow, thank you very much, Chairman Cesar Villanueva. I think we all learned a lot from the operations, and also we found out how many trillions are in the GOCCs. Wow, that's a lot of zeros. Now that we have shared the latest in governance at the national level, let's bring the discussion to the local level where our advocacies began. We have the honor of inviting to the stage Vice Chairman Eduardo Escueta of the National Police Commission, General Rex Milton Dolino of the Philippine National Police, and the Honorable Jose Enrique Garcia, Mayor of the City of Balanga.
Banho cheiroso você deve tomar. Banho cheiroso pra acabar com essa morfina e o corpo fica jeitoso pra acabar com essa.
Together, they will explore a collaborative initiative for local community development.
Doença nenhuma, tem a vida atrapalhada, não consegue coisa alguma. Então,
so maybe our guests would like to greet the audience. Mayor, please.
Good morning to everyone, and my colleagues from the City of Balanga. We're very happy to be here in our forum.
Okay. General.
Good morning. I am the representative of the Chief of the Philippine National Police. I am Chief Superintendent Rex Dolino, the Director for the OSM of the PNP, the Office of Strategy Management. And I'm very glad that with me is our immediate boss from the NAPOLCO.
Vice Chairman.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Kami po ay nagpapasalamat at kami ay naanyayahan sa pagtitipong ito. We are praying for a very fruitful discussion today. Good morning.
Okay, so NAPOLCOM and the PNP have expressed their interest in collaborating more closely with the local government units in the area of community development. It's fortunate that we have the City of Balanga with us, Mayor Joet, right? And who takes the lead in exploring these big ideas, and we will be exchanging these ideas in this roundtable discussion. So Mayor Garcia, perhaps you'd like to share with the rest of the group your vision for the City of Balanga.
Thank you, ma'am. So Balanga aims as a lofty goal of being recognized as a world-class university town by the year 2020. And when I mentioned lofty and world-class, I mean university towns that are popular all over the world, like Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford. And with that vision, part of our mission is to to be founded on the family, to build a family-oriented city that can really provide this strong academic atmosphere for our constituents and most especially the students. We have various programs that are currently running as part of this vision, and when we, as part of our trying to achieve of this vision, first and foremost, of course, we need to provide access to high-quality education. So the city, together with the province, has a massive scholarship program. We have more than 12,000 college scholars. This scholarship program is not only for students but also for teachers. So we subsidize the masteral, doctoral degrees of our teachers. We provided laptops to almost all our teachers so that they'll be able to use this as visual aids for teaching in the schools. Aside from high-quality education, through the PPP approach, private-public partnership, we plan to build the needed facilities and amenities that is required in a university town, such as convention center, libraries, sports complex, student residences. And then lastly, we want the whole city to be conducive to be a conducive learning environment. We want learning and teaching to happen not only within the classrooms, but also in the four corners of the city, which is a main characteristic of a university town. That's why as part of our university town ordinance, we were able to regulate the zoning within our university town area. We have policies such as the anti-smoking regulation. We've also put away some of the establishments that are not good for the youth, such as the beer houses. Architect Palafox has helped us come up with this master plan to make it really conducive for our students. But even with this program, even with this vision, we found out that there seems to be a missing link. Even with the many programs that we currently have in projects, there seems to be a missing link. And the missing link, we found out a few years ago, is the family. We all know that the family is the basic unit of society. But I think we can all agree that the family is also one of the most neglected unit in our society. We have programs to help the family in health, in education, but we don't have enough programs, serious programs, to help to empower the family. So here in Balanga, as part of our mission to build a family-oriented city, we now have a program to help strengthen the families. Family empowerment, and we call this the EduChild parenting program in the city. To really help parents or to entice parents to enroll in our program, what we did was we tied it up with our scholarship program. So if you're a parent and you want to be a scholar, you want your children to become a scholar, you would have to first attend this EduChild parenting program. And I'd like to point out that this realization of the family being a missing link is not only felt in third world countries. Even in the United States, even in developed countries, as President Obama mentioned in his 2011 State of the Union address, he pointed out that with America lagging behind in terms of education, they have to focus on the family. And if I may read, he mentioned that the responsibility of education begins not in our classrooms, but in our homes and communities. It's the family that first instills the love of learning in a child. Only parents can make sure that the TV is turned off and homework gets done. So that's one part, education. But if we also look at the problems we have in society, drugs, school dropouts, even teenage pregnancies and others, most of these can be prevented, can be minimized, can be prevented if the parents are empowered, if the parents are able to access a structured program on how to become better and effective parents. And lastly, I'd just like to point out that when we say comprehensive program, the program that we have includes 10 modules. And I'd like to show the 10 modules on screen. So it's very detailed, very comprehensive. It starts from knowing oneself, to time management, to managing the family finances, to moral and spiritual development of children, dealing with relatives, most especially the in-laws, their role as parents and leaders of their family, children's stage of development, emotional management, and even chastity education. Not only sex education, but it's really teaching the value of chastity in parents, which they can impart to their children. So this is a 10-session course that we are now requiring our parents who would like to avail of our scholarship program. And to date, we have almost more than 2,200 parents who have already graduated from our EduChild program.
So that's very interesting that in Balanga, you consider the city having the family as a critical element for community development. So how do you bring this down to the barangay, the school, and the family level even? You say that you have seminars like this. How do you implement it in the barangay level?
We started implementing this in the city's daycare centers. So we have 27 daycare centers, which caters to more than 1,500 children. So we first offered it to our daycare centers. Then we had an agreement with DepEd to cascade this to the elementary and high school and the high schools. No, so starting last year, this is already offered in all our public elementary and high schools. And I think it's also noteworthy to point out that in a study that was done by PISA, this is a international study on education, surveyed amongst 70 countries, it was proven that if the parent is able to teach their children daily, no, not once a week, not twice a week, but daily, if they're able to teach their children, the performance of the child increases by as much as 60%. No, so here we can really see that, especially in Balanga, if we want to achieve our vision, it is really very, very important to get the parents on board. No, not only to work for their families, not only to earn a living, but to really play the role as a parent. There's this anecdote that to become engineers, to become teachers, to become doctors, you need to study and you need to pass certain board exams. We're all parents, and there's no manual for parents. No, it's really what was passed on to us and our experiences. No, so I think coming up with a structured program is really key in really pushing for sustainable development in any city and, of course, in our country.
Yes, that's nice to hear. So, would like to go to NAPOLCOM. We're always happy to welcome institutions like NAPOLCOM to our network of governance partners. Vice Chairman Escueta, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about how you came across our governance advocacy.